Well, the rain is not going away, Coach. In fact, it's beginning to actually pick up a bit more. But either way, we've got football from Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. On second down, Kamara trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Fair.
Get wide.
Hey, Zoo. Get it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
132 fighter.
2nd and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On the ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Switch. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, Sunday. Got you.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And some space here. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Cardinals. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Robert Nkemdiche in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 2nd and 15. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check 25. Check 25. He's coming. We got time. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play that time out of Chubb. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 43. Mike 5-4. You ain't got nothing.
Now Mahomes being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, man open. That's Damian Ratley. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Deep grip.
Now back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down. Second and 3. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Go now. 60 or. Go, go.
Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll set up to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early.
Come on now, let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 23. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now Chubb running right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hey, 43, 15.
They'll give it to Chubb. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nick Chubb with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Every day, any day. Hey, Alpha. Be driven.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Wahoo!
Kill! Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Snap.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Hey, high 7.
Tight end's right. Alert! 3 down.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Yellow.
Double time. Even.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense is really...
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for that's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
64, weak. Hey, Echo. Rock it.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin this drive with Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
15. 58, right over there.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I got you.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Yellow.
Watch the pass.
Now it's Mahomes again. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 8. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Complete to Devontae Adams. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw here. And Adams Jones has it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Ready? 18 games. General West. Get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Indy.
Hey, tight.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability. Extra point right down the middle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be taken very short. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
And again, it's Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big play that time out of Chubb. 53 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Check. Slam.
Come on, baby.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Let's go one more. Show it.
On second down, Connor looking for space. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
1 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On the ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9 now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
61, match box, right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point forthcoming. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Cardinals 46, Panthers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. A run for Nick Chubb. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and it happened in the NFL. The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,